Newsroom Africa, Zikona Chona, is tracking that story and joins us live from Limpopo. Zikona, very good evening to you. Of course, those were just sentiments that were shared by the uncle much earlier in the day. And the family's really also just going through the motions and processing this moment and what has happened here with their little girl.
Certainly, Kathy, and we are told by the family that her mother has now had to rely on anxiety medications just to deal with the death of her last-born daughter, who was the apple of everyone's eye in this family. The brother, rather, also telling us that the mother is in fact the one that found her lying in the room. So what transpired, according to the family, is that Lufuno arrived back from school, told her parents what happened. They tried to comfort her, and then she went into a room. She sent her brother this video. A brother of hers in Pretoria sent him this video that is now circulating on social media, and that was a tipping point for her because she just couldn't take the pressure of what was going on online, and given that it was her face that had now become the face of it all. And thereafter, the mother walked into a room and she was lying on the floor. She had to be taken to hospital, and that's where she took her last breath. So the family certainly very devastated. Too young of a life lost, just 15 years old, and they're saying, even though while there's nothing that can bring her back, they do want the law to take its course, and they don't know what kind of justice that they are calling for right now as the family, but they're saying that something has to be done. Earlier on, we also spoke to the Department of Social Development in the province, who really reiterate that they do have a problem, particularly in that school, with regards to fights or incidents of bullying that have been reported. The Education Department and the school are currently compiling a report as to what exactly transpired and what steps will be taken. The Minister of Education, Angie Motshekga, did visit the province. She was doing a site visit on schools that are underperforming in the province, but she has conveyed her condolences to the family and saying that this is something that the department will be taking very seriously. I've got the brother with me now because I want to talk more about this. You saying that it brings you comfort that South Africa is supporting you during this time in the call for justice. Many have called for jail time to be served by the alleged perpetrator. What kind of justice would you like to see as a family?
I will have to reiterate again that as the family at this point, yes, we would want to see justice prevailing. But now we are focusing on making sure that we are sending her off in a dignified way. We are not legal experts, but we just know that South Africa is a country that has laws that has to be abided, that each and every citizen needs to abide of. So we are not sure at this moment what kind of justice, but we just want to see justice happening. We just want to see justice prevailing, and we will be looking forward. Maybe after the funeral, that is when maybe we'll have to sit down as the family again and try to find a way forward as to how do we approach this thing, how do we make sure that we get justice. Yes, we understand, and we're also grateful for the nation that there are a lot of people that are calling us, giving us comfort, giving us all the things that we need. We do even have some legal people that are saying they are really willing to come and assist us. So as to what kind of justice that we want to see as the family, we are not sure, but we really think that the Justice Department and all those that are responsible will make sure. I just spoke with the principal not so long ago. He told me that he has opened a case. He still has to send me the case number. And what they are going to do, they are going, actually the kids, that way, because eventually it's not one learner. So the learners that were involved are going to be suspended, maybe for the whole week, and then they are going to have a tribunal that will have to run the disciplinary hearing. So we are comforted as the family. But as to what will happen after that, we are not sure. We haven't discussed it yet.
I understand that the funeral arrangements have been finalized.
Yes, we decided as the family that let's get this thing done and over with it. So the funeral will happen on Saturday. At the moment, the agreement is that we will start at 5:30. We are not sure as to, we haven't yet made a final decision on time. But maybe as time goes on, by tomorrow we'll conclude and we'll have the definite time for the funeral. But it's going to happen on this coming Saturday.
Just the last one. I understand that Lufuno spoke regularly about fights that were taking place at school. Do you think this was a matter that was taken seriously? I mean, now it's resulted in the loss of a life.
I think we will be trying very much as a family not to talk much about the whole incident that happened at that school, because we're not sure. I think the school is well placed to speak about everything that has happened there, but we may talk about what has happened to our daughter, because what we have witnessed is that she was assaulted by a learner from the very same school. So we would like to believe that maybe this is not an isolated incident. Maybe there are other incidents of the same nature, but we will leave that to the school maybe to find out, and we're still waiting for the report from the school itself.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth Mavhunga, who is the older brother of Lufuno, who earlier on described her as a very smart girl who had huge dreams, and that's the reason they sent her to the school that they sent her to, because she had wanted to study beyond matric. In fact, Kathy, throughout the day since we've been here, the community members from this area have been coming to show their support to the family. There have been several prayers that have been held here by various church leaders as well as community members, because it's something that has devastated many from this community. So the family really saying that they do appreciate and they are grateful for the support, not only from people in this village, but also from South Africans at large. They've seen all the feedback on social media, through the radio stations, and they really do appreciate that. But certainly this is not going to bring Lufuno back, but they're grateful for the support, and they do want justice to be served. They do want action to be taken.
An incredibly difficult time for that family, Zikhona. Let's leave it there for tonight. Thanks for that.